Dr. Nisha Goldberg is a cardiologist with New York University. She is with me right now. And the lifetime risk of developing heart disease after the age of 40, this is for women, is 32%.
That's right.
What do women need to know today?
Women need to know that they're at risk for heart disease. You know, for many years we thought that heart disease was a man's disease and a typical symptom, just like former President Clinton had pressure in the chest, but sometimes the symptoms are more subtle.
You feel optimistic that this is going to be a lasting cure?
We should feel very optimistic. About 1 million stents are put in every year in our country, and about 10 to 20% of those patients have already had previous bypass surgery.
The final frantic hours of pre-Christmas shopping are getting underway as we speak, and Freeman Hall, who spent 2 decades in retail sales, is an expert on this kind of thing. He is the author of a brand new book, Retail Hell: How I Sold My Soul to the Store, Confessions of a Tortured Sales Associate. Bitter? I don't know. Are we? I guess you saw the worst in people in your 20 years.
And today there's going to be a lot of that out there, but it was a really, this is about my scary experiences in retail.
Exactly why Susan wrote the book on it, appropriately called Toxic Friends.
That's the friend where you're so drained, she takes all your energy, you're complaining to other people about her, but you can't let go.
So why can't we let go? Why keep the frenemy in our lives?
And we rationalize and we say, I'm not leaving this friend even though she's toxic because she was there when my son's appendix burst, because we went to high school together, because our mothers knew each other. We make up all these reasons to stay and suffer even when the friendship is unhealthy.
Gabrielle Bernstein, author of Adding More Ing to Your Life, A Hip Guide to Happiness, joins us. How are you?
Good, thank you.
You're very happy, right?
Yes, I am happy, yes.
Tell us about this book. How do you add more ing, ing? How do you do it?
So the whole book is about releasing our negative thought patterns, and the book is designed to bulldoze those negative thought patterns so that we can hear the voice of our ing, which is our inner guidance system and our intuition and our inspiration. And that's what brings the happiness into our life.
You actually had a lot of things going on in your life. That's what inspired you to write the book. Like, would you say you were relying on people, or it was kind of addictions?
Yeah, I was at 25 years old really going through this outside world crisis of looking for my happiness on the outside. So thinking that those next pair of shoes will make me happy, or that next client will make me happy, or that next boyfriend. And this is what I call the when I have. So when I have that, I'll be happy. And I realized that this was not going to work for me. And so I had to turn my search inward.
The author of Do It or Age Quickly says we can all do that with a series of 60-second practices done every day or a few times a week, whatever fits you. J.B. Burns joins us in Studio 70. He's given us a few pointers on living a healthier life. Hi, J.B.
Good to see you.
Nice to have you here.
Yes.
Now, you're a martial artist, you're a personal trainer, and you're a student of yoga. So you're combining all these practices that you've learned and these techniques over the years to help us all live a little better. Thank you.
Well, over the years, clients in the past had said, listen, can you put this together in a diary or a book? So I finally did, and it's based on instructors of mine who are in their 80s and 90s now, who look like they're in their 50s.
Joining me now is Randy Charles Epping. Randy is the author of The 21st Century Economy. More government, certainly. More regulation, probably. Good, bad?
You know, it's hard to say. The ideas that you have, the global markets are in free fall, even though they've come up a bit in the last month. Something like $35 trillion have been lost by global investors. So what can you do to restore the confidence? Because in the end, even this trillion that was approved in London last week, compared to that 35 trillion, it's not all that much money. You've got to get investor confidence back.
Eva Moore is the author of Making the Golden Years Golden, and she's got 7 steps you can take now to take some of the anxiety out of life after 60. Thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you. That movie actually inspired me to jump out of a plane, and that's kind of what you're doing if you don't make sure that you're prepared for those golden years, right?
Yes, that's true. It should inspire you to make the list.
It should inspire you to make the list.
Yes. He's the author of Managing the Worry Cycle, How to Improve Your Life by Worrying Less. Welcome, Ocean Palmer. Good to have you with us.
Yes.
Thank you. I'll tell you, I already feel better. I'm comforted by the name Ocean, which is a great name.
Well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Well, what are the things that we tend to worry most about?
People worry about 3 kinds of things. Things you can control, things you can influence, and things that you cannot control.
For example?
Well, the economy, for example, right now.